What's up? Tyler from Plugged On. I'm here with a track review. This time I'm going to talk about the new song from Killswitch Engage titled Unleashed. This is coming from their new album, Atonement. This is coming out August 16th. Their first album on Metal Blade Records. This is the follow-up to 2016's Incarnate. I love Killswitch Engage. They're one of my favorite bands, and so I am always looking forward to new music from these guys. And so this is going to be the third record with Jesse Leach since he has come back to the band with 2012's Disarm the Descent. I enjoyed Incarnate. It's not an album that I go back to a lot, personally, but it did have some very great songs on it for sure. It's not a bad album by any means. It's just when it comes to Killswitch Engage, they have so much great material. What about this song? I enjoy this song for sure, and it's an interesting song to put out first. It's a much more melodic, much more atmospheric and emotional song for Killswitch Engage. It doesn't really come out with a bang like, say, Strength of the Mind did as the first single from Incarnate, or In Due Time did with Disarm the Descent. It's a little bit more, laid, a little bit more tame, I guess, in terms of the heaviness, but it has a darker tone to it for sure. And to be honest with you, the beginning, a little bit, and it's not beat for beat, but it gives me the End of Heartache vibes of, you kind of have a softer guitar, kind of dark, and then it comes in with a kind of chuggy breakdown. Jesse Leach starts singing kind of the first words of every line in the chorus, and then when the chorus rolls around, he's screaming something. Adam D's doing the background clean vocals, and I think it all works very well. So it gives me a little bit of vibes of that. I think there's two parts of this song that are my favorite parts, and that's both times the main verse rolls around. I love that they just keep that slow breakdown. There's something that just is very makes me feel pretty good about that. I don't know. I really like it. I know it's simplistic. There's not a whole lot to it, but I also think it's Jesse Leach's vocals on top of that. He sounds great during this chorus, and I think the two just go together really well. If Jesse's vocals were maybe even a little bit different, I don't know if it would have sounded as good to me. And then the other part I like is kind of the middle section after the second chorus to kind of break it up. Jesse's vocals are so great there. They're so powerful. I love his screen vocals when he really just brings out this kind of raw darkness and emotion out of him. And you can tell he's really giving it his all. And, it reminds me of, You Don't Bleed For Me is one of my favorite songs that he's done vocally as of late. Strength of the Mind, the middle section of Strength of the Mind, he sounds amazing. I just love when he just brings it all out. And I think that those two parts are my favorite parts. The chorus I do think is good as well, but, I'll say this. I enjoy this song a lot. I think this is a great Killswitch Engage song. I'm not completely blown away by it. It's not knocking me off my socks like, say, the first lead singles did off their past two albums. Is this a Killswitch Engage song I'm going to listen to from here on out? Absolutely. But I'm very curious about the rest of this album. I am so curious about that song with Howard Jones. I think that's awesome. It's called The Signal Fire. I'm very much looking forward to hearing that one. In a weird part of me wants them to not release it ahead of time. I feel like they probably will, just to kind of market the album and get it out there, get a real nice pop and buzz. I can see it maybe being the last single they release before the album comes out. But part of me just wants them to hold it until the whole album's out. But who knows? Like I said, I do think it's good, a good song. It's much more melodic on the guitars as well. Not a whole lot of riffage going on. Not a whole lot of upbeat tempo. But I think if you're looking for a more maybe more powerful, emotional Killswitch Engage song, this is a solid one. So looking forward to the rest of the album when it comes out August 16th. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you later.